Despite the fact that the Switch isn't even a year old yet, there are plenty of fantastic games to play on Nintendo's little hybrid console, with Super Mario Odyssey and The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild alone giving you tens of hours worth of play right at your feet. So, to help you decide on what to buy for your brand spanking new console, here are the 10 best Switch games you can play right now.
Female dumped the end of Hill Street.
Hard evidence. Come on, we have a clue.
Taking on the role of Cole Phelps, you investigate crime scenes to find clues, and yes, sometimes that means corpses, which you'll use to track down suspects and witnesses. You know, like a real detective. The interrogation mechanic is top-notch, and will have you trying to read increasingly discreet facial tics to try and work out whether your suspect is lying or telling the truth. Basically, LA Noire is one for all you true crime lovers out there who want a slice of the action. But not in a murdery way, hopefully.
In their tongue, he is Dovahkiin, Dragonborn.
Skyrim on the Switch will make you feel connected to Tamriel's world like never before. Whether you're raising your hands to your chest to block with a shield, or tilting the Joy-Cons to aim where you're firing a handful of fire. You can even pick locks with your bare hands now, as long as they're holding Joy-Cons that is, but still. There's a grand total of 244 quests, and all of the DLC is included in the Switch edition, an essential for any RPG lover. It may look and sound like a game from the 1980s, but it's so much more than simple nostalgia. This collection contains the excellent Shovel Knight and every expansion to date, including the brand new Spectre of Torment and King Knight expansion. Featuring inventive level design and action that echoes some of the best elements from Mega Man, Mario and DuckTales, along with a few tricks of its own, Shovel Knight still stands as one of the best modern 2D platformers out there. There's a reason that Stardew Valley was one of the most highly anticipated titles coming to the Nintendo Switch. This adorable, simple life farming simulator is the perfect game for taking advantage of Switch's portability. Farming at home, farming on the go, farming wherever the heck you fancy. Trust us, you'll soon be as immersed in the world of Stardew as we are. There's no denying that Rayman Legends is one of the best platformers to emerge in the last decade, and now it's leapt onto the Switch, bringing Rayman & Co to a portable platform in the best way. Not only does it look wonderful on Switch, it also complements the hybrid perfectly. A fantastic game to jump into on the go thanks to its level structure, but one that also looks great on the big screen. If you missed out on the Wii U exclusive that was Splatoon, the sequel, surprisingly named Splatoon 2, is one of the Switch's best games. It again sees you teaming up with your fellow Inklings, that's half squid, half human, to try and paint the most of the map your team's colour in the multiplayer. There's also a robust single-player hero mode, and a new Horde-esque mode that is dangerously addictive and devilishly difficult on the highest levels. This strange strategy hybrid of Mario and XCOM has a ton of charm that works incredibly well even if you're not a fan of strategy games. It features brilliant, polished game mechanics that are introduced in stages to let you get to grips with the game's surprisingly deep tactical gameplay. But it mixes that gameplay with real knowledge of the Super Mario universe and wraps it up in a level of detail and graphical quality that you can regularly mistake for a Nintendo-made title. Put simply, this is the best version of Mario Kart 8 money can buy. the immediate, relatable pick-up-and-play fun is exactly what the Switch was created for. Up to 8 people can play locally, letting you pretend that you're in a Nintendo lifestyle advert, and 2 people can play anywhere using a single console. Perhaps the most clear and brilliant example of how great the Switch is.
Here we go, off the rails. But you know, it's time to raise our sails. It's freedom like you never knew. 20 bags or a pass.
Mario's biggest 3D adventure takes him all over the globe for some hat-themed adventures. If you're only buying 2 games for the Nintendo Switch, it has to be Zelda and it has to be Mario. Thanks to Mario's new friend Cappy, Super Mario Odyssey manages to successfully bring the series up to date by gifting Mario a ton of new moves. And by moving out of the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario feels fresh and new while still retaining every ounce of nostalgia and retro charm. This is very much Mario as his best self so far.
I think you are now ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
Everything I've done up until now, it was all for nothing.
This is, perhaps more than anything, the biggest showpiece for what the Nintendo Switch can do. Breath of the Wild takes ideas originally introduced in the first Legend of Zelda game, along with concepts expanded on by Skyrim and other open-world RPGs, and Nintendoizes them, yes, that's a word, distilling them into the purest parts and polishing the hell out of them. It's a world of wonder, and for the first time in what feels like ages, it actually lets you experience that wonder without beating you over the head with hours of tutorials and incessant text boxes that re-explain everything you already know. Playing it on the TV is a treat, but being able to lift the Switch from the dock and take a game of this size and scope wherever you want is a perfect summation of the Switch's potential. And that's the 10 best Nintendo Switch games you can play right now. Let us know if you can think of any more in the comments below, click the boxes on the left for more content from us, and don't forget to hit that big button in the middle to subscribe for more gaming news, reviews, previews and more right here on Games Radar Plus.